It was the fall of 2005 when a group of freshmen eagerly pledged the prestigious Delta Omega Psi fraternity. Excited but apprehensive, they knew hazing rituals were part of the initiation process, but nothing could prepare them for what lay ahead. As the clock struck midnight, the pledges were blindfolded and led into the depths of the fraternity house. The air was thick with anticipation and a hint of dread. Suddenly, they were ordered to remove their blindfolds. Before them stood a circle of hooded figures, their faces obscured by darkness. The pledges were instructed to kneel in the center of the circle, their hearts pounding in their chests. One by one, they were subjected to bizarre and horrifying tasks. Some were forced to consume concoctions of unknown substances, while others were made to endure physical pain. But the true horror began when the pledges were told to recite a pledge of loyalty to the fraternity, swearing to keep its secrets at any cost. As they spoke the words, they felt a chill run down their spines, as if sealing a pact with the devil himself. In the days that followed, strange occurrences plagued the pledges. They heard whispers in the darkness, saw shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their rooms. Some even claimed to have glimpsed the ghostly apparition of a past pledge, his eyes filled with a torment that echoed their own. Eventually, one by one, the pledges began to disappear without a trace. Their fate remains a mystery to this day, a grim reminder of the dark secrets that lie within the walls of Delta Omega Psi. In a small college town nestled deep in the woods, there stood an old mansion rumored to be haunted. It was here that the Gamma Theta Tau fraternity held their annual hazing rituals, drawing in unsuspecting pledges with promises of brotherhood and camaraderie. One fateful night, a group of pledges found themselves locked inside the mansion's decrepit walls. The air was thick with the scent of mildew and decay, and the sound of creaking floorboards echoed through the halls. As the night wore on, the pledges were subjected to a series of terrifying trials. They were forced to navigate dark corridors filled with traps and obstacles, their nerves frayed with each passing moment. But nothing could prepare them for what awaited them in the mansion's sinister depths. In the heart of the mansion, the pledges stumbled upon a room shrouded in darkness. Inside, they found a table adorned with strange symbols and flickering candles. Before they could react, they were surrounded by a chorus of disembodied whispers, urging them to join the ranks of the damned. Desperate to escape, the pledges fled into the night, their minds haunted by the horrors they had witnessed. But as they made their way back to campus, they realized the true extent of their ordeal. For in the days that followed, they were plagued by nightmares and visions of the mansion's restless spirits, their screams echoing through the halls of Gamma Theta Tau. Deep in the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, there existed a fraternity known as Epsilon Sigma Mu. Isolated from the outside world, its members were bound by ancient traditions and dark secrets passed down through generations. One winter's night, a group of pledges gathered in the fraternity's secluded lodge, eager to prove their worthiness. But as the night wore on, they soon realized that they had stumbled upon something far more sinister than they could have imagined. In the dead of night, the pledges were led deep into the woods, where they found themselves surrounded by towering trees and eerie silence. There, they were told of a forbidden ritual passed down from the fraternity's founding fathers, a ritual that promised untold power to those who dared to undertake it. With trembling hands, the pledges prepared themselves for the ritual's dark embrace. They lit candles and drew symbols in the dirt, their hearts heavy with fear and anticipation. And as the night reached its darkest hour, they began to chant the incantation that would bind them to the ancient forces that lurked within the shadows. But as the ritual reached its climax, something went horribly wrong. The earth shook and a deafening roar echoed through the forest, sending the pledges fleeing for their lives. In the chaos that followed, they stumbled upon a gruesome sight: the twisted remains of those who had come before them, their bodies contorted in agony as if torn apart by some unseen force. Terrified and alone, the pledges fled into the night, their minds haunted by the horrors they had witnessed. And though they tried to forget the events of that fateful night, they knew deep down that they could never truly escape the grasp of Epsilon Sigma Mu and its dark, forbidden rituals.